Hey, BBB fans!
Hey,
BBB fans! Hey, BBB fans! Hey, we're back! Go Wayne! Get busy! Go crazy! Go party! Go Wayne! We are not coordinated, y'all. 5, 6, 7, go Wayne!
No,
Get crazy! Alright. Hey, BBB fans!
Hey,
We are back! And we missed you!
We missed you so fucking much.
We know y'all missed us.
We know.
Yes.
Today is going to be a good old conversation.
Yes.
We are going to be talking about friendships.
That's it, y'all.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
what about
Get
your
into
friends?
it.
Yeah, get into the thing. Shit. No. Yes. Can't get into it, y'all. It's all right. Hey. All right, y'all. Let's get into this. I'm really excited about this topic. Are y'all excited about this topic?
I'm excited.
Oh
Yes.
man. So we took our time with this.
We did.
We did a thorough little outline for y'all. So I'm excited to get into this though. But let's get into friendships. What about friendships? What
Yeah.
about friendships, guys?
Yes.
Friendships are important. Friendships are very important. Let my
Very.
mother tell it. I value my friendships. Like if I have friendships, my world doesn't go around. Now, this is a little true. No.
No.
Because I'm really lonely inside. No.
People love you. And people love you too.
I know that.
It's great to be your friends. No, seriously, having friends is literally like a lifeline. It helps your life just be able to continue to progress forward.
Absolutely.
You know, niggas come and go, but your friend will be right there.
No, they want
The
they
real
want
ones.
Period.
The real ones.
Period.
Hey, what they say? They said 3 generations.
Yes.
No, but friendships are essential.
Yeah.
You absolutely need friends, especially like when you're in relationships and stuff
Oh
like
my
that.
God.
You need that outlet. You
Yeah.
need that space outside of your relationship, and that could be with whatever friends
Yeah.
you have on your in your
Yeah.
corner.
Yes.
But let's get into like the expectations of friendships.
Oh boy.
What does friendships look like, Jesus? So ultimately friendships are equivalent to relationships.
It is. And people don't think about that.
No, they don't.
It really is. It's a relationship. If I don't hear from these people, I'm devastated. Okay, I think that I'm a care bear. I'm hard, but I'm so soft. I need my friends.
It is. Yeah. I need my friends too. No, but friendships are important, and it's important to know how to keep the friendships. Basically,
Yeah.
you have to make sure that the foundation is solid.
That's
How do you
what
make
makes
sure a friendship is solid? Let's get into it.
Okay, so I feel like to really first off, in friendships, because we said it's like a relationship, it's all about nurturing. That have to nurture your friendships.
Absolutely.
That's how you get that solid foundation.
Something that we kind of talked about, and me and Benard, this is my A1
Her
right
A's,
here.
they
This is my
married.
A's.
They're married.
Boom, come. You don't see it. They're invisible bands. But
Bands are making ends. Bands are
okay, I'm like, this is it. So, we kind of discovered this along the way, but friendships have love languages.
Yes.
Just like relationships
And
have
that's so
love
important.
languages. If you don't know what love languages are, there are 5 love languages. Help me out with it, guys. I know it's physical touch,
Quality time.
quality time, gifts,
Acts of service.
acts of service, and it's one more. What was the other
Was
one?
it affirmation?
And
Yes.
words of
Words of
affirmation.
affirmation.
Now, a lot of times in actual relationships, you're gonna need damn near all of them, or maybe 3 or 5.
you seek that.
In friendships, you only probably need 2 to 3. So I know for me and her, our relationship is probably quality time and acts of service.
Acts of service.
Acts of service. I feel like in a friendship, in order for it to survive, you only really need 2 to 3.
Yep.
Quality time, acts of service.
Yeah.
Sometimes words of affirmation too, but that's if you have a shaky foundation and you need that security.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
really, in friendships, you're gonna need 2 to 3, and that's what I
That's it.
discovered with this relationship. I'm like, okay, we do have a love language, but it's important if you value your friendships as much, tap into that.
Yeah.
We me and her been friends since high school. We've gotten closer since like 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
Like we've been like this, and it wasn't up until maybe last year. No, maybe not last year. Maybe like a few months ago, where I'm like, dude, we have a love language, and it was incredible to me.
But that's because it's a relationship.
It's a relationship.
Nothing can split these two apart. Like if they're apart from each other, I really think they have withdrawals.
We don't.
But you know that's friendship though. No, seriously though. But no, seriously. People look for friendships such as ours
It's
and
true.
y'all's because
Yes.
seriously, like the way that they are with each other is because this is my twin, so she's my ultimate best friend.
Yes.
So the things, I'm her big sister. So what I do for her, I'm very protective of her, and because I'm the oldest and I've known her whole entire life, I look for that in her friends. When I tell you Benard is the epitome of what I look for,
That's it.
I totally trust her in all my cards when Shaky's with her. Like she's an amazing friend.
Okay, guys, I just came in. Didn't know, the standards.
Standards.
You know.
She didn't even have to try.
Hey,
But
like I was.
but you know what? When it's embedded, when you know how to treat somebody, because you have an understanding of how you want to be treated, you're gonna automatically treat people the way you want. Well, I'm not gonna say automatically because everybody don't do it, but
Everybody like that.
it all goes into like what you kind of want from a person and what you give to that person.
Yep.
So like, go on, I ain't want to interrupt.
Oh no, I was gonna say something. For people that don't know what love languages are, it's basically how you express yourself in a relationship, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, or friends.
Yes.
Just have to
It's all relationship. It's all relationship shit.
through action.
I honestly, and with your partners, this is a whole other topic though. But with your partner, whomever you're with, it's important for you to figure out what that is, because that's what's gonna keep it going. That's what's gonna keep that foundation solid and strong when you know what your partner requires in a relationship. And if you don't know, that's where it's kind of gets a little shaky. And that's why friendships are the same as relationships, because it's essentially you're getting something out of it. You get somebody, both parties or all parties are getting something that they need. That's why it's important to nurture your friendships. Give that time. You have to feed it in order for that relationship to grow. They didn't just become Benards and best friends overnight. They grew that shit to where it is, and that's what it is. It's work. So that's very important. And some things, some other things too. Besides the love language, just basic things like you need support from your friends.
That's expectation.
Let's talk about the standards and expectations.
Let's go into that.
Standards and expectations. Standards and expectations. You have to have some, and if you don't have any, that's a problem.
Yeah.
But if you value friendships, as a lot of people do, make sure you have those high expectations and standards. One of the most important things is having that support, being able to lean on your friends whenever you can, whenever you don't feel like yourself. Yeah, be able to. It doesn't have to be a financial support. It's mainly like an emotional support.
Listening.
A listening ear. It's so important to have a listening ear.
Yes.
A lot of your friends, and it's hard because you have a lot of people that have like multiple best friends. A lot of your friends ain't gonna listen to you.
Yep.
You got, and so you kind of pick and choose who you divulge to, but that's gonna be later in the conversation. But
Yes.
so you want to make sure you have loyalty within your friendship. So what are some things would you say that you guys expect from your friends? So like you said support, you said loyalty, time, honesty. I expect honesty from my friends.
Yeah, you gotta be honest with me.
Don't
because
tell
I'm
me
gonna
what
keep
I
it
want
a
to hear.
Yeah.
In my
keep it
situations,
a book.
yes, absolutely. And like, I'm only gonna use her because she right here, and a couple other people too. But I need somebody to hold me accountable. That's so important. You need accountability partners. She always holds me accountable, even if I don't want to hear shit. She be like, Benard. And I be like, for real though, even if you ain't gonna, and most time I need that validation to do wrong. And she be like, no. And that's another thing. And that is, a lot of people use their friends for validations when they acting and they know that, hey, if I just get my friend to say it, then it's okay. No.
Right.
You need those people that's gonna be like, no, bitch, or
I
sir,
feel like
or ma'am, you're not doing right. It's very important.
I
Get
feel
your
like
shit together.
That's like, that has to be number 2 under support, because that's fakeness if you can't tell your friend like, no, I don't think you right.
Yes. I agree.
Like,
Yes. I think one of the biggest things, and this probably should have been number 1, but it's number 3, reciprocity.
Oh my God.
Reciprocity. Do y'all ever have these friendships that y'all overexert yourself for?
Yes.
Y'all overexert yourself for people. Y'all overcompensate for people. You do, you give, you support. You're their cheerleader. You're this, you're that. And then you take a look in the mirror at yourself and realize you take these females. You take a look at your situation and realize you're not getting any of those things back. That's how you know. You don't get a nickel for the subway. That's how you know there's a problem. If I'm able to do all these things for you, give you praise. I'm able to give you praise even when I'm going through my own shit. I'm still able to support
Silent
you.
battles.
Silent battles. Even though I'm going through my shit loud as hell, My shit could be loud as hell, taking me through, but I'm still able to shout and scream and cheer on you. Yep. And not make it about me. Yep. Because that's another thing, not being selfish. But let me keep on with this path. Right. Getting somewhere. If I'm still able to support you and love you and offer you quality time and give you a listening ear, know how to understand the backup when you need it, and then you don't offer me reciprocity, that's a problem. That is because what that tells me is you're selfish. Yep. Yeah. You're selfish. Yep. Let's get into selfish. How y'all feel about selfish friends?
I do not like.
What does a selfish friend look
like?
Well,
hold on, wait a minute. If we going to go. Hold on, I just gotta say something about reciprocity because I'm a huge person that preaches consistency in reciprocity in general because I feel like she says because this kind of coincides with our next point, which is what type of friends that we have and what type of friend that we are. Yep. So I'm the over compassionate one. I'm an overcompensator. I can be all three, protector, all of that, right? And so when I give not grudgingly. But when you give, I give everything that I have in me because I love you, especially to my best friends. I love my best friends. It's not a day that they can say, bro, that bitch let me down. That bitch left me in the streets. That shit I'm supporting when I don't have the support. Exactly. I'm supporting when I don't have the money. You won't know that. I fight my battles silently and I give. And when I don't see the support, I see you give little to none support, but you're my best friend. You don't give me time, but you give me to people who don't deserve it. That blows my whole top. And it's funny because I know I'm that friend. I'm very protective. Yeah, I'm very much so. I'm the friend that overcompensates. I give and I stretch myself thin. Yeah, and I just had these conversations with you and her and other people. Y'all know, I stretch myself thin. And when a motherfucker don't do the same thing for me, have my back like I got your back, it's time to shift the atmosphere. And then when you finally recognize they're not doing that same thing for you, it's like, damn, do I need to point the shit out? Yeah. And that's what it goes back to, like making sure you addressing those expectations and standards, what you need, what you expect from a friend, and your expectations are not great if you're doing, they're not too great if you are exemplifying those same traits, those same things. Okay? Yep. Just keep that in mind because people make you feel bad and make you feel like, well, did I tell you? Then if that's their response, they ain't your friends. Yeah. What kind of friend you think you are? You think you're a protect? She's a pit. She's a pit. She's a pit. Benard is my pit.
I couldn't get her.
I'm sorry. Okay, what kind of friend are you? Benard is definitely a protective friend. That's one. You could be more than one. Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I'm compassionate as well.
She's a caregiver too much. She is. She cried.
I'm a list.
She cried. Pigs cry too. Pigs cry too. When they don't get their food or they find protein. That's it.
I feel like what I've noticed out throughout my friends, I'm a listening ear.
Yes.
Because I listen. I don't listen to respond. I just listen to what they tell me. Yeah. And then when they ask my opinion, then I'll say what I need to say. I don't like when you try to express yourself to somebody.
She is Switzerland.
And
she's neutral.
And they just well, I think I didn't ask that. Can I get it out? No.
I'm sorry, I'm just getting it
out. I'm saying like you talking to your friend and be like, okay, I think like no, let me finish what I gotta say.
Yeah, let me tell you. Right.
Yes, I think I'm a well all around friend. I try to give, all my friends my time and company. I'm very honored. Yeah. I don't know if y'all know that. When y'all play with Benard, she's
humble. She's so humble.
She's humble. And it's funny because in this life of sin, I only had my shame. And no, seriously, I always thought that me and Shaky was one of a kind, which we are. Stand by. I didn't think it was nobody like us. We have a bond that's just unspeakable. We speak in movies. There's codes, cheat codes. We are open, passionate. Go get it. I got it. Go ahead. I bought it. Type of shit. Ti shit. And I never thought I could find that in another person until I met Benard, which is her best friend. But she's now grown to be a sister and a best friend.
And this is the pit. I didn't know.
I love her because I don't trust. But this one, she a real one.
This one I noticed too. This is me. When I go around families, like I never know, you tell me like, oh, like I know you a pig.
Yeah.
I don't be knowing that till after we friends. I'm like, really? Cause I know
my family, my siblings don't like everybody. Oh, but they fucking love her. Benard is the it. That's curvy. That's
and vice versa.
And vice versa. Her mother, which is Mother Benard. That's Mother B right there. Silence for Mother Benard. Okay. Mama B. She's a pit. She's a pit. I didn't even know if y'all can get through. Okay, yeah. She had a very thick brick wall guard up, and now I'm part of the family. Though, like, it's not one person I don't know in your family, and vice versa. Like me and Benard made a pact a couple years ago. We was like, bruh, we want to get to a point where like we saying hey to each other's moms and stuff like that. We said that just talking in casual conversation. We just like, dang, I would love to like talk to your mom. She's like, yeah, I would love. Clap it quick. Our mother Benard and her mother. Yeah. We love each other. Something I just thought about, y'all, and I don't think we really talked about this, but I just thought about this. And maybe we did. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I reiterate myself a lot. So we were talking about just now, we were just talking about all the things that we need in friendship. All the things, expectations, reciprocity. What we didn't really do is take accountability and us not saying anything. I'm a silent killer. What I mean by that is that I do all these things, right? I'm the cheerleader for everybody. I'm the support. I'm the listener. I'm loving. I give everything to you. When I notice that you don't give it to me, most times I give you the benefit of the doubt. Yep. People tend to do that. They tend to give you the benefit of the doubt. And they tend to give you the benefit of the doubt due to maybe longevity of a relationship, history, maybe because your love for the relationship is greater than the problem bullshit that you can. And maybe your love that you have for you and that person is greater than all the bullshit that you are willing to endure from your friends, and that's not good. So even though we saying to y'all like make sure y'all address those standards and have those expectations, you might want to like do some self-reflecting on that. And knowing how to value who you are, know your worth in those friendships. It's so important. You know you bring a lot to that friendship. You know that Benard, you value me. And then this song comes on.
That's what I do in some friendship for the burn. But yeah, it's like certain situations you don't even have to ask that with a friend.
See how she was insulted because I know that's how you should. But that's how it should be. You should be insulted if they ever even question anything. But I should know. That was the text. You should know that you're valued. Okay. And if you don't, you need to make sure you know your value. If that person don't value, you know your value. So then you know whether or not to stay and work the shit out and correct the mistake. Or walk away, let the shit burn, like she said, and walk away from that friendship because they don't deserve you anymore. They don't deserve what you are bringing to the table, and you have to be okay with that too. Let's move on to. Oh no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, okay, go ahead. No, I know it's hard when you have longevity with a friend, and life happens, right? So they might become a different person than what you knew them to be, and that can be very hard.
Good point.
That can be very hard.
That's hard to. That's a hard thing to
yeah, that is. It's hard to let go sometimes, but you just gotta discretion. Discretion.
And you know what? That leads into. That's a great segue to the next topic. Kind of knowing when you're ending a friendship. That. Just to reiterate what she said, it's the most difficult thing to do. You don't want to think about it. It's the last thing. It's like divorce. You don't want a relationship to get to that point. You don't. Family tied in. Your emotions is in it. You're emotionally invested in shit. You are. It feels like a heartbreak.
That old picture.
Feels like a heartbreak. Yeah, like damn, we had fun together. Shit, right? Like we said, and it's like it is crazy because when you're considering ending a friendship, it seemed like even if y'all had all this space between each other, all of a sudden that very moment when you like, bro, I think I'm outgrowing a friend, or I think it's time for me to walk away. All of a sudden the floodgates of memories coming. I'm like, all the emotions come in. Like, wait a minute, bitch, y'all got longevity. Wait a minute, this be your next room. It's so hard to get rid of someone that you've seen being in your forever. But for the greater good and for yourself, sometimes you got to.
Yeah.
Sometimes that person is taking up space, and you gotta just cut them out. They're weak, they're taking up space, and you gotta cut it out no matter what, because it's no longer, that relationship is no longer conducive to you. Maybe it was.
Yep, maybe
it was.
And it's not productive anymore.
But it's not productive.
That makes me a
anymore.
question, guys. So, what are the signs? What are the signs?
I think so. One of the biggest signs, and you can go.
No, okay. You got this.
One of the biggest signs is knowing.
Up 10 hours.
Okay. Stop watching Boondocks. I'm sorry. Someone was beating that shit in the ring. No, but one of the major signs is when you're giving, or when neither parties are willing to give anymore.
Yep.
Neither party.
There's a lack of interest.
There's a lack of interest within each other.
Yep.
That's when you know, like, okay, we at the crossroads right now. Like,
yeah, we are at the shaky ground.
Meet me at the crossroads. Also, another sign that I noticed, okay, and I'm sure you said that, Benard, is when. Yeah, I'm sure you said this, but when, you know, life takes us to different places. You know, maybe like for me, like changes. Right, like behavior changes. Yeah. Like for me, like I have a best friend. She's moved across the state. You know, her life is a whole nother state from here. Her life is no longer our life here where we grew up, and I seen her as a kid. She's a whole another state. My other best friend is a mother. That's a whole nother path right there. I'm not a mother yet. Yeah. I'm not anything, and she's married. Yeah. So you know, because where life takes you, you know, sometimes you can't even give. That too, but you know what, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, because you know, I have a best friend too she's been out of town for like since maybe we went to college. You know what I mean? Like she was in Kentucky first, then in Chicago first. Now she's in Tennessee right now. Yeah, she's in Memphis. I didn't think about it. Sorry, girl. And no matter where life has taken her, we've held on to each other. We've always held on to each other. You know, but now our relationship is in a weird place. Like, it really didn't matter the distance. Like, maybe the distance mattered a little bit, but I think without us admitting it, we relied on that longevity. We were comfortable with that. Like, it don't matter. Like, we almost took each other for granted. I'll say that. We take each other for granted, because it's like, because we had that longevity, we kind of leaned on the fact that because we have that longevity, if I don't see her, she's going to always be around. Yep. But because there's no nurturing within that relationship, the relationship is like this. It's not, and being in two separate places doesn't help, because now we're not able to see each other. We're not able to get that quality time. Yeah. We don't talk to each other.
You don't feel that energy.
Not nurturing.
And
now,
right.
Huh? And the relatability is kind of. You know, and relatability is kind of other than memories. Yes, other than memories. Hold on though, because you know what, it's important, because I feel like even when you have like newer memories, because it's been a couple of new memories that we've made with each other, and still the relationship is barely surviving. Yeah. You know, but those are situations that if both parties want that relationship, y'all will work through it. And if not, you get to a point where you just have to walk away from it. Or sometimes one person got to make the decision for the both of you. Yeah. And you like, okay, let's just cut the ties. It was a nice ride. It was. You know, and that's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. But you have to do what you have to do. But you know what? It's funny, because on the flip side, like I have a friend that's still here. You know her, my little short shit. We don't mention names on here, but you know short shit. Right. Short shit. So, my little short shit. All right, my little short shit. And she knows she tunes in. But my little short shit, she was my first best friend in high school. Like my first best friend. I would go to her all types of shit, right? She's moved all over the states. Texas, you know, Florida. She's moved everywhere. You know what? You still got those friendships that still remember who they are, that they don't necessarily need anything, because they live off the basis of we still friends no matter what, and because of that they still allowed to thrive as a friendship. Like, that's my best friend no matter what. That's some childhood friends, like monsters in the room, dumb friends. Like they know what is it? Something in Monroe? Well, what's the place? Cypress in Monroe. I like Shake. Like, we got Sherman friends. That ain't going nowhere. That we from 33rd, but they remember, and no matter how far we take, we're still best friends. And you know what? I think just adding on to that, I think that's okay. That type of friendship is okay because that's been the norm for us. Yeah. The norm is no matter where life takes us, even though we're not as close, no matter where life takes us, we family. Yeah. But sometimes that don't work for everybody, and that's kind of crazy to me. Yeah. Because you and I can get around our sister. Mm-hmm. We don't hang out with her now. We all live in the same vicinity. Yep. We don't hang out. We only see each other like during the holidays sometimes. If that, we don't hit each other up. But it's understood that that's still my friend. Yep. That's still my family. Yep. But that does not work for everybody. You know, and you know what that is? That's security in your friendship, in your relationship. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it don't work for everybody because a lot of people, they kind of know when they not doing their best in their relationships. Again, this is all relationship. Unfortunately, though, the harsh truth is because now that they probably got new associates, new friends, they probably don't even care. What if they don't care? Have anybody ever considered that? Most times people don't give a fuck because most times when you have multiple best friends, that's why it's kind of difficult to have multiple best friends because when one situation with one best friend is lacking, because you're gravitating towards another, you almost don't even focus on that situation being nurtured because you're like, well, I'm getting what I'm getting out of this situation. And they're comfortable in their new norm. So it's a flip side and then it's that flip side. I
don't know about y'all, but I'm not too quick to call somebody my best friend.
That part. Oh, you can't. I have something to say about this.
Oh my God, come on, Shay.
Go ahead, Benard. No. Come on, Benard, speak to the people. Talk about it. Let's get into it.
Me being me, I like people, but I don't. So
she don't like people at all. She arresting.
I do, but I'm nice, y'all.
Her mom is like,
yeah, just like get a friend. But yeah, I'm not too quick to call people my best friend. Like it's like a show and you know what I mean? Yeah, like you gotta like that, vice versa. You know, I gotta do the same thing. I'm just not gonna be one-sided with it.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Right. I feel like you gotta earn your stripes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Earn your stripes. No. But when you
gotta go through some shit with each other too.
That part. Okay. So it's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
You have associates. You have friends. And that's like associates, friends. Then it's best friendship. That's the top level. That's the third level. Associates, tryout, audition.
This Pac-Man.
Period. There's a associate and there's a tryout period. It's an audition. Listen, in order to get in the company, because we actually divide our friendships in company. We got an East Wing, West Wing. I'm the East Wing. I'm the West Wing. Yes. In order to get through the company. There's a vigorous application process. It's strenuous. Now, there's a lot of people that like us, a lot of people that love us, and we love y'all back. Yeah. But a lot of people ain't getting in the company because I already got my partners. I got my associates. I got CEO, COO, CFO. That's it. There's no in betweens. But anybody else, you're auditioning for the company. You got your paperwork on file. Yeah. You got your 90-day probation. And sometimes that got to be renewed every time. Exactly. It ain't no 30 days. It's a 90 day, and it keeps going. And you're getting constant. You're getting constant observations here, though. But there's a rigorous process. If you don't like it, stay. I'm schooling you.
I didn't know nothing about this.
He said, "Lady, I'm schooling you." No,
it's like you ingenuine. You don't know about all that.
She didn't know about it. She was already because she was brought in. She was a solid part. We brought her in. When it's like that,
we just had a bow. I'm like, okay, we gonna stick to this.
Okay, the company was only established. It wasn't established in high school. We didn't establish that till later in life. Okay. Yep. So Benard came at a good time. The company was just coming in. We weren't established as we are. Right. So when she came in, we were breaking the shell. We were trying to get new people in the company anyway. So it was just like, what's your name? Be cool. Right. And then when it came to when she came back, then it was like, okay, like that's a solid friend. That's solid friend. But see, the company, it's funny. It's all fun and games. But on some real shit, if we had a metaphor to staying out, your company is your foundation. You already know what the company brings. No, seriously, like when you like, let's go on business. When you decide to work with a company, you see what they bring to the table. You see the lucrativeness of it. You see their credentials. And that's why that company is the best company or the company that you go with. Yep. So when you work with the people or you bring them into the company, we only want the best. I know what I'm going to offer you.
This is the best.
exactly. This is the
She knows
business.
she's got to
You
offer
want
you.
you can't just give that to everybody.
Right.
And so when we audition people or bring people into our company, we need to know that that reciprocity thing is going to take place. Are you going to? You're not going to take us for granted. Are you going to give us what we're giving you? It's a give and take type of thing. That's how this tree grows. That's how these roots stay rooted. We can't have people slipping. We can't have broken branches. You sign the contract. You sign the contract, non-disclosure. If you go all the way to Appendix X, at the bottom of the contract, it says this is for everything. Yeah. And if you break any of these rules, we get you off the Penal Code 300. Yeah.
Because y'all popular, right?
Nah.
And y'all know everybody. So, has it been like with people like want to be your friend, but y'all just like, nah, you ain't on it?
Well, no, here's the thing.
Or it's like people.
Here's the thing. This is what I call pretenders. Yep. You got people that like people who really, really like people, and then those people who like that person, they like, oh, these are my friends. Mom, not those.
Yeah.
Oh, Mom, we're shooting right now. Mom, we're shooting. I'll call you later. Bye. Love you. Yeah. I ended the trouble. Okay, pretenders or people that's naive. Really. People that's naive, really. Because it's a lot of people that is going to like you, and it's a lot of people that you probably would like. But you got a lot of people that would take that and say, oh, all these fans, they got fans. They got fans. And all of a sudden, all these fans are their friends. That's not the case. Just because they like you. Just because everybody gonna like you, not everybody gonna be your friend. Yeah. Everybody who gonna like you, like what you do, like who you are, but not everybody is gonna provide that dedication to you. Not everybody's gonna do the qualification or bring this qualification of a friend. Yeah. So you can't. There's no way you can nominate somebody to be your friend without showing proof, without going through some shit, without seeing what they can do for you, and seeing that reciprocity, and seeing what they nourishing you. If they nourishing you, are they feeding? Are they pouring into you? Yeah. When you're pouring into them, because you know what? Without trying, I pour into everybody. Associates, friends, whatever. I pour into everybody. I really do pour into my A1s because you have to. But everybody is not my friend. Yep. And you gotta know the difference. Yep. Are they pouring into you, or are they bleeding you dry to an empty cup? That part, because you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't. And I had learned the hard way. And that's why, we gotta do what we gotta do, Be able to differentiate you. Mm-hmm. So I'm talking to you. Wanna get with me? No money. Oh, something else we talked about, and we kind of forgot about this, and we probably should have mentioned it earlier. What? It kind of goes into the. I'm not playing with this too.
I do this.
Hey, scrubs. Fans are scrubs sometimes. You always knock shit down.
That's effect in the camera.
Okay, what would you say? And you know what? This goes into like nurturing your friendship. One major thing, and again, this goes with the love language. Your friendships require intimacy. That's so important. Not intimacy what you think, not that type of intimacy, but it requires intimacy. When you know the true definition of intimacy is again that quality time. Just spending that one-on-one. You sometimes need that one-on-one time with your friend. You know what I mean? That's how you able to nurture and pour into each other. It's good to have a good time and shit, be with the crowds and share your friend with others and shake ass together, whatever the case. But it's those genuine one-on-one times, or it's the one it's some smaller settings where you can really pour into each other and really provide that support for your friends.
I guess it's the face.
Go ahead, because we're not gonna be funny, y'all.
No, okay, y'all. So all right, it's a thing called balance, right? So Benard is very
woosah.
Right. Very like,
I don't like the pause.
No, it's like no.
Do it again, friend. No, be like what?
It's like Benard, I love you. This is where I talk about balance, because
I was saying randomly.
Normally, I'm not emotional. I'm a breakfast show. That's why I've been more emotional. I ain't gonna lie. But okay, Benard be like, I love you. I'm like, I love you too, Benard. But you need that friend where you got the emotional friend, and you got the friend that's like,
it's the ones that help you tap into different parts of yourself.
Yeah, because Benard always be like, she like, touch, emotional, all that, and I need that in my life. I don't need somebody that's hard with. I don't need somebody that's hard with.
Sometimes I'll go there with her, but I'll be so random when I say Benard. It it'd be random. Me and her could be sitting here watching TV, and I'm like, nah. She's like, what? I'm like, I love you. And I have to say that. Like, say I love you to your friends. You probably don't even, like I said, with friendships, you probably get two or three of the love languages. You probably quality time, acts of service. It's very rare, or you have to kind of know whether or not you need words of affirmations. You don't know when words of affirmations hit until, like, I didn't realize that. That's a word of affirmation. That's a form of words of affirmation. Because I tell her I love her. I didn't know until up until this moment. I didn't know until this moment that
you need
that do something for her. You know what I mean? So that's kind of good to know.
Somebody that's be hard with me,
but you know what? And that's why. And I don't know if we sagged to this point, but you know, sometimes I know with best friends, we said that you know you have to meet those qualifications to be best friends. But you know, sometimes, and I think we talked on it, but sometimes it's good to have multiple friends because it's different elements and components that you have as a human yourself. That different friends feed on the energy. Yep. Like I have like maybe 4 best friends, but each of them fit a side of me. Like I got my pit bull, she gets me with my pit bull. Yep. I got my emotional care bear, she gets me there in tune with my emotions. I got my Baduism type friend when we get into our manifestations, our affirmations. I got my Cardi friends that get me to act up. I got all around friends that can combine all 3, but it all nurtures who I am. It all nurtures, and that's why different parts of you. Yes, and that's why it's so important that you're getting at, because you have to. Yes, you need water to grow as a human. You need your fruits and vegetables, but as far as human connection and you know compatibility, in order for you to get what you need those things and those parts of yourself to be nourished. And if you neglect those parts, you shouldn't neglect them. So it's good to have multiple friends. I love these girls here. And with these two, especially these two, they get all they have it all wrapped into one. So I get emotional pit bull, lit all. And those type of friendships be kind of amazing. Those be the most lit ones where I know for a full fact I can get all those things from Benard. I can do all things through Christ. Who's trying to speak? But no, I get all those things through Benard. Like if I want to be in my sorrow, I can call her. If I want to chill, I can call her. If I want to go out, I can call her. You know what I mean? If I need to vent, I can call her. You know what I mean? And that too. And go ahead, Benard. Could you say something?
I got something. I'm going to go ahead.
Go ahead. I was done. But that's what I'm saying. Nourishing her whole entire being.
And I was gonna say too, for people that like to do everything off a checklist, sometimes like, okay, this is when I need a best friend. No, sometimes you just learn when you get friends. Like, okay, that was me. I didn't have a checklist. I'm just cool with my, but throughout life you learn, okay, damn, she gives me this, she gives me that. You start, and you know what? Start like, damn, this is what I need.
And that kind of goes
checklist.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that kind of goes into again with the multiple best friends situation, like knowing who you can go to for certain things. Yep. You kind of look at your circle. Yep. And you kind of can see clear, like, okay, I can get this from that person. Let me go to this person. Yep. Like, say you're going through some things in your relationship, having problems with this, problems at work, whatever the case, temporary layoffs, whatever it is. Stop saying it. I'm sorry. No. Say you're going through whatever. You're gonna pick and choose. Sometimes you pick and choose. Inevitably, you kind of pick. Well, unconsciously, you kind of pick and choose. These. I'm sorry. Okay. No, you see what I did? I said.
Y'all see this?
No,
like
that is one of our points though.
Like,
no, seriously, this is just us. But you have to be able to have those moments first. But no, that goes into the point that is next, which is who do you give what to? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you give your friends everything? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or do you pick and choose who you give your time to, your energy to, your conversations to? And you know what? It's something that Benard said earlier, just about relatability. Yes. That's important. Sometimes with relatability, that can mean a couple things. But mainly it can mean maybe y'all in the same level of life right now. Yeah. And y'all gravitate to each other because y'all understand. Maybe you have a friend that's doing more, excelling more, or maybe you have a friend that's kind of stagnant. You probably don't want to hang out with that friend that's stagnant because you feel like they're gonna make you stagnant. I don't know. Yep. Maybe the friend that's excelling, you probably like, they're not gonna understand the struggle, even though they've been there. Yeah. And it's crazy that you think that way because at one point or another they were where you were. Yeah. But unconsciously you tend to gravitate to who can understand and who's in your situation right now. Yeah. And you won't feel, it's almost comfortable. Yeah. It is comfortable. It's very comfortable. And it's not necessarily anything wrong with that, but then you got other friends who probably don't understand that, and that's something that, you know, you guys will have to talk through.
Yeah.
Because in my relationships, like, you know, for me, I'm a private person. So I really do pick and choose different parts of myself who I divulge that to with my friends. Not, you know, I don't give everything to everybody. I really truly have to be in a place with you where I feel like I really can trust. Everybody don't ignite the same things out of you. Yeah, that one person do. Like you said, how you have that friend that you can do your bodyism shit with. Right. Like when I look at like all my friends, like there are certain people where you can just, okay, this is where I'm putting this energy to. Okay, I'm having an intellectual situation with this person. Okay, I want to talk about naturalism with this person because this person's not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to vent and I want to swallow. I want to swallow. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, y'all.
But my
No.
It's a real question.
Sorry about so that. Even though, and I hear you what you were saying, stupid. I hear what you were saying with all of that, right? But do you think too, on the flip side, maybe people don't say too much to their friends because it's a lack of trust?
Yeah.
Sometimes that's not always the case. It could be a lack of trust, and you kind of develop that feeling when you kind of see, like, when you experience certain things with that friend, and you're like, okay, I know I can tell this person this without them saying that or going off and saying this to somebody else. But most of the time, again, I just feel like you probably been to one friend, not the other, just off of conversations and reactions, what you would get from it, and like it's more comfortable. Like I know for me, a lot of things regarding my relationship, I vent to these two. I probably vent to her a little bit more because we, shut up. This is my sister, but everybody needs that friend. You always want to vent to family. Yeah. So with her, I vent to her about pretty much everything regarding like situations about relationships. I vent to her about everything because sometimes you just, with certain friends, you don't want to feel judged. Yeah. With certain friends, you don't want the reaction to be turned on to where it's like, oh, you feel judged, you feel dumb, or you feel like they not allowing you to, to sit in that. Sometimes you need that friend. Sorry, but sometimes you be needing that validation to sit there, because you always got that one friend that be like, oh girl, pull yourself out of it. Oh girl, he ain't the nigga you need to be with. That's cool to hear. Everybody needs to hear that uplifting thing. But sometimes, in order for you to work through shit, don't fix me. Don't try to fix me. Just hear me. Yep. And if I can't trust that you're going to do that, I'll go to somebody that's going to validate those feelings for me. That's where validation comes in too. Because sometimes validation can be a good thing. A lot of people, when you do research, they always say things when you have to work through things. Working through things is really working through things. That means sometimes you have to allow yourself to feel those emotions. Yeah. Most times when you've been to certain friends, they want you to get over that shit right away. Or they be like, oh, I don't want to hear it. Like, all she want to do is whine. Yeah. They don't want to deal with your shit. They don't want to unpack your shit, even though you unpack their shit. Yep. All the time. That's that lacking. Or they unload it all, they dump it all on you and shit like that. It's that reciprocity that's lacking. They can't do it for you. So you kind of make that judgment call, like, okay, I know I can't vent to this one about that, but I can vent to that one about that. Or you got those friends too where, again, maybe relationship situations are a waste of time. They want to talk about, like, just be up somewhere. That's cool too. You want to talk about let's being up. But right now, I'm not even in this mental space to talk about being up right now. I just want to vent. And I want you to just be my shoulder right now. Be my shoulder. But a lot of friendships don't offer that because they either make it about themselves or they just kind of miss, they had an opportunity to be there for you, and they just kind of missed what you needed, or just totally disregarded what you needed in that moment. Yep. And that's why I feel like a lot of people decide, okay, I'm gonna vent to this person or talk to this person versus that person. Yeah. Y'all agree with that? True. Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
That's true.
That's true. That's true. No, that's
definitely true.
Definitely true. Definitely true. But then that's where, again, when things come to an end. Yeah. Because it's like once you get older, in the beginning when you get friends, it's all funny games. But when you get older, this is serious, player. We about to be in our 30s. This is life happening. And you know what? You really look at the people in your life and how they really serve you. Yeah. And if they not serving you, Yeah, that kind of brings me back to that comment I made about people having fans and stuff like that. You're like, y'all have all these, you could have a sea of people that like you and stuff like that, but everybody's not worthy of that friendship title. Everybody's not worthy of that best friend title because they're not pouring into you. All they doing is, amping you up, but what are they really doing for you? It's all nice when you're young. When you're young, you want to be surrounded by a sea of people. Yeah. You know what I mean? When you're young, it's I know that ain't a lot of people's story, but when you're young, it's all about being in the know. Everybody know you. Everybody want to be around you. But when you get older, you can't be so naive to that. Yeah. So when you got people that is really for you and that really hit all those qualifications in a friendship, that's all you need. I don't even need to seek nobody else. Yeah. I don't want to seek nobody else. Now, if somebody stumbles alone, I never seek friends. Let's make it clear. I don't seek friends. If you stumble alone and then become that's what's up. That's kind of what happened. That's growth. That's growth. That's kind of tumbleweed. Boom. Tumbleweed. You tumbleweed right into my life. Like I've probably gained probably 2 new best friends that I didn't even see coming. And I didn't seek for them, they seeked for me. And I didn't promote them, they promoted me. Because I was able to pour into them and them to pour into me. And I didn't put out no advertising that the company was needing new best friends. That's it. But that's situation, that's the type of situation where it just happened. It just happens. Yeah. And I look at you like, okay, you're worthy. And for you to look at me and say that I'm worthy, that's what it boils down to.
That's nothing.
Yeah, go ahead, Benard.
Worthiness. So, okay, I know I was speaking about earlier about being relatable. Yes, that's a big chunk of it. But when, let's say, I have a kid, right?
Mm-hmm. You pregnant, bro? I'm joking. I'm just
no,
pregnant.
I'm not pregnant.
All right.
But I'm saying, if I have a kid, right? You don't have a kid yet, and the fact that we can still. That's a test of friendship too. We can still be like this, even though my life has transitioned. And
that's a good point.
That's a gem friend right there.
That's a good point.
That's a gem friend right there.
It almost combats what you said, but it just depends on how solid that foundation is. Because like you said, you have situations. Everybody has situations where life is taking them in separate directions. Yeah. You're not gonna always be on that same path. But as long as you have that solidity in your relationships,
and it's always one person that you could relate to no matter what. Like even if I have a kid, I'm pretty sure definitely me and G and Benard, ain't nothing gonna change.
Yeah, it's just not gonna
literally like.
So it's just all about just having that solid foundation. Once you have that, I feel like I go back and forth with that because when you feel like if you have that solid foundation that y'all can withstand time, y'all can withstand distance, withstand problems. It depends on the friendship, but with that solid foundation, you feel like y'all can withstand all the difficulties. Yeah. And again, it's just like it really just depends on those two individuals. Mm-hmm. It depends. And it's all about communication, honestly, and understanding each other. A lot of people like to place blame, but there's, it takes 2 to tango, basically. Like, if the foundation of the friendship is not working, something's wrong with the foundation. Yeah. Both of y'all are to blame. You know what I mean? Both of y'all are to blame. That's a good. And you have to be willing to hold your shit accountable. Yeah. It's so easy for people to blame on the next person so that they won't look at their shit and be like, damn, I stink, I reek. I don't want to clean my shit up, so it's easy for me to be like, oh, it's you. No, sweetheart. At some point, look at the woman or the man in the mirror and see, maybe I could have did this. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. And it's up to y'all to really, or whoever's involved in the relationship, to really see if y'all want to pan that out, or do you want to keep pointing the fingers at each other. And the most important thing, the most important thing is realizing that both of your feelings matter. Yep. Nobody's feelings is greater than the other. And a lot of people have a problem with that. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people just want to say, oh, what about me? And this, and that, and this, and that. And those needy friends, and they make it about them, but they don't want to turn that mirror and look in the mirror and say, okay, let me see where I went wrong. Yeah. Let me try to do some understanding. They just want to blame you and they want you to fix it. Both of your feelings equivalently matter. And if you're not going to make that the foundation. If you're not gonna remember that relationship, then you're gonna go wrong. Yep. But then again, if you have those individuals that's just like, all right, well, you know what, it's a wrap. I'm done. I'm good on that relationship. You know, I'm pretty much wash my hands of it. Then respectfully, y'all both walk away. Yeah. And just be what it be. Wish each other well in life. That's it. And you know, the people that's in your circle that you need and require, make sure you make it a priority to sustain that. Yeah. You know, sustain those foundations so y'all can keep a strong thing going on there. But that's it.
Social media get in the way.
Oh yeah.
That's just
yeah. That's what you know. And speaking of you know, okay, so if you guys, y'all watching out there, if you guys think that there's some areas that we should discuss further when it comes to friendships, we might have an episode 2 to discuss more on this topic. Yeah. More. Just let us know and comment below on this video when you watch it. And share, guys. Subscribe, share. Guys, I'm happy about this episode. This was a great topic.
But I missed it, you guys.
We missed it, y'all. And we so sorry that we pulled a hiatus on y'all.
We so sorry.
But we are back. So make sure you guys tune in when. So this episode.
They're watching it.
Right. So this episode, we said to the end, will be premiering. Well, you should be watching, but it premieres today, September 4th at 2 p.m. You gotta love bloopers. No. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this episode.